Have you ever felt that life is about to change, but you couldn't quite explain why? Moments when doors close unexpectedly, your heart feels unsettled, or you keep hearing the same reminders over and over. These experiences are not random. In Islam, we believe Allah, out of His mercy, gives subtle signals before a major shift arrives in our lives. They are gentle invitations to pause, reflect, and prepare our hearts for what's coming next. In this video, we're going to explore how to recognize these signs and what they really mean for your journey as a believer. Understanding them will not only strengthen your faith, but also bring peace and clarity in uncertain times. If you've ever wondered why certain patterns keep showing up, or why you feel drawn to change, stay with me. This message may be exactly the guidance you've been waiting for. 1. Allah's mercy in guidance. Allah's mercy is not limited to forgiveness and blessings. It also appears in the way He prepares His servants for the future. Before a major shift or trial enters a believer's life, Allah, out of His compassion, provides hints and guidance so that the heart is not caught unprepared. These hints may be in the form of an inner urge to improve one's faith, sudden awareness of neglected duties, or recurring reminders through the Qur'an, Hadith, and sincere advice from others. Such guidance is a reflection of His care, showing that He does not leave a believer to face challenges alone. Instead, He gently steers the person towards spiritual readiness, resilience, and trust. Recognizing this mercy helps a believer appreciate that even the smallest nudge or reminder from Allah is part of a bigger plan to protect, strengthen, and elevate their faith before any change unfolds. 2. Subtle signs before shifts. Before a major change takes place in a believer's life, Allah often places small and subtle signals along the way. These signs can be shifts in daily circumstances, sudden opportunities or obstacles, or repeated themes appearing in conversations, thoughts, and reminders. They are not random occurrences, but deliberate indications meant to catch our attention and invite reflection. A believer who is attentive to their surroundings begins to notice patterns and meanings that point toward a larger plan unfolding. These signals are gentle, never forceful, so that one's heart may willingly turn toward Allah and prepare for what lies ahead. By paying attention to such cues, a person develops a deeper sense of spiritual awareness and readiness. This heightened awareness softens the heart, making it easier to accept upcoming changes and trust Allah's wisdom, knowing that each sign was a preparation for something greater yet to come. 3. Reminders from Qur'an and Hadith. One of the clearest ways Allah prepares a believer for an upcoming change is through the Qur'an and Hadith. Sometimes a verse you've read many times suddenly feels deeply personal, speaking exactly to your current state. Other times, you may come across a hadith or an Islamic lecture that perfectly addresses what you're going through. These are not coincidences, but purposeful reminders from Allah, placed in your path to strengthen your faith and give you direction. Such moments act like a divine spotlight, showing you which values, actions, or attitudes to focus on before a big shift happens. When you treat these reminders seriously, they become a source of clarity, peace, and courage, helping you realign your heart with Allah's guidance. This practice not only eases transitions, but also nurtures a deeper, more conscious relationship with the Qur'an and Sunnah as living guides for everyday life. 4. Not coincidence, but direction. When certain events, feelings, or reminders appear repeatedly in a believer's life, they are not meaningless coincidences. Rather, they are subtle forms of divine direction meant to draw attention to something important. Allah, in His wisdom, may arrange circumstances so that particular themes, opportunities, or warnings keep surfacing. This gentle repetition acts like a signpost, urging the believer to pause, reflect, and consider what change or action is needed. By recognizing these patterns, a person realizes that life is not governed by random chance, but by a purposeful plan designed to guide them toward growth and protection. Such awareness transforms everyday moments into lessons and prepares the heart to respond with faith, patience, and understanding. Seeing events as guidance, rather than luck, helps believers walk their path with more confidence, knowing they are being steered by Allah's wisdom long before any major shift occurs. 5. Closed doors and restlessness. Sometimes before a big change, a believer experiences unexpected blockages or a deep sense of unease. Plans that once worked may suddenly stop moving forward, or familiar paths may close without clear reasons. This is not necessarily a punishment. It can be Allah's way of redirecting someone from what is harmful or no longer suitable. Restlessness within the heart is also a powerful sign. When a believer feels drawn away from old habits or settings, it may indicate that a new stage of growth is approaching. These closed doors and inner stirrings create space for reflection, prayer, and re-evaluation, helping a person to detach from what no longer serves their spiritual journey. By responding with patience and trust, a believer can recognize that these moments are invitations to step onto a better path, prepared and guided by Allah's wisdom long before the actual change unfolds. 6. Faith-based response. When a believer senses signals of change, the most powerful response is to strengthen faith rather than rush into decisions. Increasing prayer, reciting Qur'an with reflection, and making sincere dua, supplication, create a calm space for guidance to enter the heart. This approach nurtures patience, which acts as a shield against fear or impulsiveness during times of uncertainty. Acts of worship such as extra voluntary prayers, fasting, or giving charity also open spiritual doors and bring tranquility. By focusing on worship instead of worry, a believer invites divine help and clarity, ensuring that actions taken are rooted in wisdom rather than reaction. This faith-based response turns a potentially overwhelming moment into an opportunity for deeper connection with Allah. As trust grows, the heart becomes more resilient, prepared, and content to follow wherever Allah's plan leads, confident that every step forward is under His care and guidance. 7. Ultimate benefit of change. Every change that Allah allows in a believer's life carries a hidden benefit, even if it is not immediately visible. What may appear as a setback, loss, or difficulty often becomes a doorway to greater wisdom, maturity, or spiritual elevation. Allah's knowledge encompasses the past, present, and future, so His decisions always align with what is truly best for a person. Understanding this softens the heart and reduces fear when circumstances shift unexpectedly. Instead of seeing change as a disruption, a believer begins to view it as a divine arrangement designed to open better opportunities, protect from unseen harm, or inspire personal growth. This perspective transforms trials into stepping stones and builds resilience for future challenges. Recognizing that every shift holds ultimate good fosters gratitude and patience, allowing a believer to embrace new stages of life with hope and steady trust in Allah's perfect plan. 8. Strengthening faith. Recognizing the signs of an upcoming change is only the beginning. The real transformation happens when a believer actively works to strengthen their faith in response. This means turning awareness into action by deepening remembrance of Allah, seeking knowledge, and maintaining consistency in acts of worship. Such practices create a steady anchor for the heart, preventing confusion or despair when life moves in unexpected directions. As the connection with Allah grows stronger, so does the believer's ability to interpret events with clarity and patience. Faith acts like a lens, helping a person see opportunities for growth rather than obstacles, and cultivating inner peace during uncertainty. This inner stability also radiates outward, enabling one to support and inspire others who may be facing similar challenges. By nurturing a stronger relationship with Allah, the believer steps into new phases of life more prepared, confident, and grateful for His ongoing guidance. Alhamdulillah, we've explored how Allah, out of His mercy, signals a big shift before it arrives, and how recognizing these signs can strengthen your heart. Remember, every change holds hidden blessings and wisdom from Allah. At Purpose Deen, our mission is to inspire you to stay connected to your Creator in every season of life. If this video benefited you, please like, share, and subscribe so more hearts can find this reminder. Comment below with the dua. May Allah guide me, protect me, and prepare me for every change with faith and patience.